Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to part two of our limits and continuity quiz corrections. So this is going to be the second page. We are going to look at first. Here's the first page. We did that in the last video. So here is the second page. So we have f, which is a piecewise function, and we have g of x. Okay. So f and g are shown above. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So then we have all of these about the limits and the points. So I'm not going to go over each of these individually, but I am going to show you what I got. So here's what I got for all of them right here in the top. Here are the answers. Check them. Pause the video. Here they are. Cool. I am going to do the other ones though. So here you go. So B, it says the limit as x approaches 5 from both directions of h of x is 2. So h of x is a new function. We don't know what it looks like. But the limit as x approaches 5 from both sides equals 2 on the y. And the limit as x approaches 5 of I of x, another function, another different function, who knows what it looks like, the y value it's approaching from both sides is -6. So we have to find the limit. I don't know why I wrote limit out, but it should be limit of x approaches 5 of x minus 9 plus I of x over h of x minus g of f of x. Okay, so the first thing you always do is you just plug in 5 for each of the x's here. So you plug in 5. So always, no matter what it looks like, I'm going to plug in 5. So 5 minus 9 plus I of 5 over h of 5 minus g of f of 5. So that's what it equals. So I of 5, so that's going to be 5 here, so that's going to be -6. So this will be 5 minus 9 plus -6 over h would be 2 minus g of f of 5. What is f of 5? Where is f? Oh yeah, I know. It's on the graph. So let's look at that. F of 5 right here is 2. So f of 5 is 2. Okay. So f of 5 is 2. So f of 5 is 2, so it's g of 2. So now I get g of 2. So where is g of 2? Well, g looks like this, and 2 is less than 3, so I put it in here in this top part. So that's going to be 2 squared minus 7. So 2 squared minus 7, 2 squared minus 7 is 4 minus 7, which is -3. So it's going to be 5 minus 9 plus -6 divided by 2 minus -3. Okay, so if you're confused about that, pause it, rewind the video, etc. That's how you do it, everything, plug in everything. So we find f of 5, which is 2, and then g of 2, I use the this equation right here. And 2 I plugged in right here, x squared minus 7. Got it. Okay, so what does this equal? So 5 minus 9, so that's going to be -4. And this is -3, because -6 divided by 2 is -3, and this is boom plus 3. So -4 minus 3 is -7 plus 3, which is -4. There we go. So that was the answer for part B, -4. Cool. All right, let's go on to the next one. Is g of x continuous at x equals 3? Justify your answer. Okay, so we know that 3, we have a parabola here on the left, x squared minus 7, and we have a line with a negative slope here on the right. Bam. Okay, so first thing we have to prove is the limit as x approaches 3 from the left of g of x equal to the limit as x approaches 3 from the right of g of x. Because if the limits don't equal each other, then you have a jump discontinuity. So the limit as x approaches 3 from the left of g of x, and make sure you write down all this notation. From the left, you're here, so that's going to be 3 put in here. So you're on the parabola, so it's 3 squared minus 7, which is 9 minus 7, which is 2. Cool. And then now from the right, the limit as x approaches 3 from the right of g of x. That's going to be, from the right, that's on this, so it's 11 minus 3 times 3, which is 11 minus 9, which is 2. Cool. Okay, so therefore, what have we learned? So the limit as x approaches 3 of g of x from both sides, no positive or minus here, equals 2. Cool. So the second part we have to do, we have to prove that the limit as x approaches 3 from both sides equals the point at 2. So that we know that there's no hole in the graph. So we got to make sure the point is also 2. So the limit is 2, g of 2. I go to my domain, here's the equals. Oh, sorry, g of 3, my bad. This is g of 3. Sorry. G of 3. X is 3, my bad. So g of 3, so this is where it equals 3, so that's going to be 3 squared minus 7. I know we've already done that, but you have to do it to show your work. 9 minus 7 is 2. Bam. So the point is 2, and the limit is 2. So that means you can draw it without picking up your pencil. So this is a yes. Yes, g of x is continuous at x equals 3 because the limit as x approaches 3 of g of x equals g of 3. Bam. There we go. So that's the answer to part C. Cool. All right, part D, almost done. D for almost done. There you go. All right, so here's part D right here. So L of x equals this weird function, okay? So f of x plus a if x is less than 1, and g of x plus x if x is greater than or equal to 1. Find a, so we're going to find a here. So L of x is continuous at x equals 1. So in order for L of x to be continuous, so 1, we have this weird thing, and then g of x plus x. We got this thing. So in order for it to be continuous, the limit as x approaches 1 from the left of L of x has to equal the limit as x approaches 1 from the right of L of x. So from the left is this part, and the right is this part. So essentially they just have to be equal to each other because they have to equal the same thing. Just like up here, they equal 2 and 2. The limit from the left equals 2, and the limit from the right equals 2. So that helps us be continuous. That means that we don't have a jump discontinuity. So the limit as x approaches 1 from the left is this. So f of x plus a equals g of x plus x. So they have to be equal because that whatever this limit has to equal that limit. So those have to be the same. And we know that x is 1, and so I'm just going to plug in 1 for the x's, and then I just have a. So f of 1 plus a equals g of 1 plus 1. Okay, f of 1. What am I going to get? Ooh, I need to go back to my graph. F of 1, bam. So f of 1 is going to be 0 right here. So f of 1 is 0. That's the y value. So that's going to be 0. So it's going to be 0 plus a. G of 1. So g of 1, back up to here. Here's g right here. So g of 1 is in this part right here because 1 is less than 3. So that's going to be, g of 1 is going to be 1 squared minus 7, 1 minus 7, which is negative 6. So it's negative 6 plus 1. Cool? All right, let's keep it going. So 0 plus a is just a. Negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. There we go. Check. Okay, so make sure you do your corrections exactly like last time where you have the... Let me draw it right here. So I show you that. So for all these, anyone you got wrong, it has to be the number, problem number, or whatever problem it is, and then you have to have the correct work and an explanation for both, okay? So number or problem, and then the correct work and explanation right here. Just like last video. So all this has to be done, has to be due on Tuesday by 5 p.m. Good work, everybody. Nice job. See you soon. Hopefully. Miss you guys.